Hi everybody, welcome to the Westchester County Veterans Museum. This is such a cool place, even cooler because they have a special exhibit about military war dogs, and they are going to get a very special statue about an incredibly special military dog by the name of Chips. Remember, we brought you a story about Stubby, but this one is Chips from World War II. I want to tell you all about it. This is so exciting. Say hello to Mark. He's the curator here. This is such a great place. We found it completely by accident.
Okay.
You're sort of on the border of Katonah,
Somers, Yorktown, right on the edge there, yeah.
It's fabulous. And then when we walk in, this is unbelievable, this information you have about the meaning of military dogs and how they have served us. And now coming up is going to be a special statue.
Yes, on June 22nd, they will be dedicating a statue to Chips, modeled after Chips, the war dog, honoring all war dogs through all times. It'll be out on our Trail of Honor, along with the other monuments that we have there from Revolutionary War, right on up to modern times.
We did a little story on Stubby, who was World War I, and he was sort of smuggled over there.
Yes.
But during World War II, civilians actually donated their dog to the military.
Yes.
And that's how Chips went into the military in the first place.
Yes, there was a program called Dogs for Defense. I believe it was begun in 1942. You could donate your dog to the war effort, and if they accepted the dog and he was trained, he was used in the military, and then should the dog make it through the war, you had, as the owner, had the option to take him back when his service was done.
Now, Chips was a little unusual. He was a mixture of a German Shepherd, a Collie, and a Siberian Husky, I believe.
Yes.
So a little bit unusual, but very decorated. He won 3 different honors, Purple Heart, right?
Yes, the Silver Star, and there was another one. But later on, the military considered those awards just for human beings, and they were rescinded.
So they took it away. But then he won another honor.
Much later, he was honored by a society in England. I think it's Dickens Medal, which is just for animals.
So he went in 1942, and then he actually got to go home.
In 1945, there was a return to his owner, who lived in Pleasantville, New York,
right around here,
which is right in Westchester County, where we're located.
And then you have a little, this is not a statue, but a sort of a tribute to another dog from Westchester County that served in the military, Nero.
This is Nero.
Who's alive today.
Who is still alive today. He's now 13 years old, and he's getting up there in years, but this is all the equipment that Nero wore while he served in Iraq as a bomb-sniffing dog. This is what a typical handler would have looked like at the period, but these are his doggles, his harness with his name and service number on here, his unit patch, and his muzzle.
Absolutely
That's what he would have looked like. Those are the pictures.
And these are actual?
Yeah, these are pictures of him in training. He now is out of the military, he's retired, and he's living happily up in Maine.
And boy, we thank them for what they've done, the service to our country. And here, of course, in the museum are some of the really cool things. And also you have a movie playing and some of the facts about military dogs. And one of them that we're looking at, we just love so much. I didn't realize that every military working dog is a non-commissioned officer, so the dog is always one rank higher than its handler. And one of the things, I have to share this before we go, it's so cool. It's the U.S. Canine Messenger holder. That was used during World War II.
Correct.
And they put messages in this little holder, and so the dog would then, you say no to go and bring it over military lines, and then come on back.
They needed something sent, they'd put it in there, they'd send it. Just the fact of putting the dog was trained, as soon as they put the collar on him, they knew he had to go back to where he was from. When he got where he was going, they took the collar off, and then if the dog was supposed to return, they would put the collar back on, and that was his signal. That's how they were trained. And
so that's why you're going to bring this statue, which we can't wait to see, but we want to mention that you're still looking for some help in the funding.
Yes, they have raised money. The statue is in the process of being cast now, I believe. It will be set out on our Trail of Honor, as I said.
Really nice, yeah.
So we always accept donations for the landscaping and the maintenance and setup of the statue, that type of thing. You could get us at lasdonpark.org. I believe if you go to our website, there's a link on how to donate.
Fantastic.
Or you can, if you come to the museum, we have a little donation box.
To the museum.
We're glad for that.
Well, it's lovely. It's really great. And it's such an honor to honor all of these heroes, both two-legged and four-legged.
Okay.
Thank you, Mark.
Well, thank you
so much.
Thank you.
This has been Lauren's Crazy Vet Show.